Hello, Rec187 here, and welcome back to this first look at Combat Mission Cold War. We've been having a little bit of fun with one of the smaller scenarios that comes pre-packaged with the Cold War game. So in this particular engagement, which we are halfway through, it was a 30-minute engagement, we are playing as the Russians and we are ambushing an American convoy, which is heading down this road at the back of the map to support further engagements off to the west. For this force, we have two motor rifle platoons with the associated IFEs. We also have a grenade platoon attached to that. And we also have, I don't know if this comes actually as standard as part of the OB, but we've got a couple of grenade launchers which were attached to the platoon headquarters, which have been proving very effective. To supplement this, we have, I believe, 6 T-80s, and we also have a Shilka, as well as, let's not forget, 2 Manpad anti-air troops, and they came in a carrier as well. So far, of the Americans, all we've seen is a supply convoy, so jeeps and trucks, and some infantry, and we have, as to be expected in this overwhelming differential in power, been blowing the snot out of them whenever we've seen them. So they have been obviously appearing this corner of the map predominantly. We'll talk about differences in a minute, and heading down this road, and we've obviously destroyed a number of smaller vehicles, and we have been massively suppressing this position with IFEs, with our grenade launchers, an occasional tank shell, to really just kind of inflict as many casualties as we can for the infantry we've seen buzzing around. Now, we've not been completely without incident, and in fact the infantry did manage to get kind of free of us for long enough to put a missile into one of the IFEs, so we did lose that, our most kind of forward IFE here. And they also did a little bit of a sneaky maneuver where they had a couple of squads came in on this side of the map. We took out one of our IFEs before we even knew they were there. Here he is, and then proceeded to advance through this wood line. That's about the limit of the kind of damage they've done. I would see a couple of infantry casualties in this little group here, but aside from that, we've managed to spot them and mow them down between the kind of small arms fire and then a couple of kind of armoured vehicles here, T-80 and the BMP-1. There we go. Because the rest of our IFEs are BMP-2s. So that's fine, so we don't have to worry about these guys buzzing around just to finish them off, but apart from that, we're just going to kind of continue and see what appears and hopefully get some more sights of our glorious Soviet armour in action. So I am expecting American armour to turn up at some point, and we'll see if that's the case. You might notice a few icons moving around. I did readjust a couple of units in the break just to try and make them a slightly better view on the start position. I think a lot of my armoured vehicles had a good view kind of towards this end of the road, but not so much up here, which is probably going to be more important. Oh, hello. Things have just got interesting. That's good. So we do indeed have a main battle tank. Just trying to decide which one that is. I was expecting to see either M48s or M60s. As I said, my spotting ability isn't particularly good. I don't think I'm tempted. Not sure. They all have the 105mm main cannon. I'll have to go and look at my encyclopedia in between times. They do have, so in this axis there's woof, turn up and making a difference. I was going to say, so in the game they do ship with they have the M48s, a whole variety of M60s, and you do get the M1 Abrams as well. So they have just taken out one of our IFEs. It's just casually minding his own business, gets spotted, and down he goes. Now I'm hoping that's given a position away enough that some of our armour is going to respond. Maybe? Really, only infantry can spot this guy. Oh, well, we are starting with a bang here. Oh, that's for my tanks. Yep. So this one American tank is now taking out 2 of our armoured vehicles. I'm really surprised he's got the edge on spotting, considering he already fired. Oh, it's all kicking off. Okay. Let's go back. So that was our T-80 going there. Someone did get shot away in one of the tanks. Oh, he's just annihilated this guy before he's even spotted them. Maybe I shouldn't have moved the positions we had. But we did get a hit on them. Who got that shot away? Is it one of our IFEs, maybe? Well, it's the only kill we've got in their tank so far. I need to give credit to someone for it. I think it came from over here. Yeah, there we go, this guy. Finally, our platoon HQ T-80 is actually getting some work done. We've taken out one. But there's another one lurking. Now, they are in the open. I'd like to think we had reasonable spots. Oh, there goes an ATGM. And we've hit them. Partial penetration. But I think... Oh, so it's the same one we actually hit with that. So we decided one hit wasn't enough and we've gone back for a little bit more. So that was the T-80 shell, and then we should see the ATGM fly in a minute. Oh no, that was the I stand corrected, got my times wrong there. There it goes, yeah. Oh, and the tank had another go. Okay, so that's definitely one dead tank. However, we definitely did not win that round. So total casualties there. So I think it was 2 T-80s and one of our BMP-2s knocked out. Yeah. And all for one American tank at the moment. You're in a really precarious situation. I have to worry out what my orders are. Okay. Oh, it's an exciting start to things. Let's jump into command phase. Actually, I'm not going to change my orders too much. See, this is just a bit of a first look. Do you want to maybe face in that direction, please? I might even get him to reverse slightly, because you are super exposed where you are right now. In fact, I will. Not convinced you'll Oh, you're already in the process of reversing. I see. So I guess you have spotted something you don't like, but let's go in this direction so you don't reverse into your dead mate. Okay, and there's some more American infantry streaming down this road here. Just I wonder if they've taken up a position there. Meanwhile, no further spots on these guys, it seems. We'll continue to get just hunt through. So I think there's only there's definitely one guy we saw left. That's it. We get to hunt over here. I'm probably gonna have to. Yeah, I think we'll bring this T-80 in from our reserve as well. It'll probably take a little bit to get here, but let's see if we can turn you around. I don't know exactly how good a turn circle of a T-80 is. I guess we're going to find out. And let's probably bring you up here. And then we'll find a position for you. Good. Alright, let's crack on with the action. See if we can't take ourselves another tank. Oh, tell you what I'll do actually. Just before we go on the next minute, I'm going to do a quick jump away and actually decide what I am fighting. Alright, and yeah, so this is the M1 Abrams, so they do have a much lower profile. The Patents have a kind of higher turret on them. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to see them, so this is the kind of most advanced tanks that the Americans get in the end. But we are, I think our scenario is taking place in 1982, so I suppose it's towards the back end. And we do have our T-80s, which is a kind of better Russian tanks as well, so I can't complain too much. Well, obviously I can complain by the fact that they're knocking out tanks. Now you've got a clear line of sight though, which is nice. So let's just jump into this minute and see how we're getting on. What? You just... Is this? I can't remember if he was dead already. No, he wasn't dead already. But he is now. Yeah, the tank's force is getting work done. There we go. Hey, only a partial penetration though. Disappointing. Our, you know, our 125mm cannons don't seem to be getting the job done in their tanks. Well, a couple of rounds seem to do the business though. So he was trying to run away. I wonder if that's enough to have knocked him out, even with the smoke screen they threw up. Ah, looks like it. Large round to the face. Bad time for these guys. Well, it's still showing, not showing knocked out just yet, but maybe they were going to take a moment to bail. If not, I'm sure this guy's going to have a... I was going to say another go, apparently can't see them. That's this chap. Ah, there you go, knocked out. Meanwhile, we'll continue to take pot shots at the infantry streaming down the road, and we do have an artillery barrage just kind of dropping shells intermittently around here. Okay. Well, that was better. Well, I think, no. Ish. We lost another IFE. Which one of your mechs was there? Yes, you took a casualty from somewhere. Just to find out that, get rid of this pesky infantry that's in our rear. Is it from here? Yeah, it seems to be here. So it looks like there's one dude hiding in around here as well. Okay, we can deal with that. So let's just go into command phase. I will bring these guys back up. We had run away for the fear of anti-tank missiles. I think we're getting away with that now. Oh, these guys are getting shot from somewhere as well. So they're showing us pinned, unless it was artillery. I'm not sure, but that's okay. I'm not worrying too much about that. These guys are pulling back. I'm going to continue to move this guy over because I don't want him. He's just on his own with the anti-air missile. Don't want him getting taken out while by a marauding lone infantryman. Okay, that's fine. We seems to have who's it? This chap seems to be doing the best work for us, I believe. So we'll certainly keep him where he is. We'll just push forward and see if any more armoured support turns up for Yanks. So it's 2 tanks we've seen, 2 tanks destroyed, certainly at a significant cost to ourselves. Things seem to have quietened down for a minute. I'm not sure about using your main gun against a couple of lone riflemen, but... And we have lost our kind of suppressive fire we're putting out on that hill as well. And some more artillery coming in, so we're probably going to have to pull back from this position, I think. It's not the worst thing in the world. And it does look like we found our mystery American. And he is now an ex-American. Nicely done. Good, so I think there's maybe one chap wandering around in here and that is it. We lost 2 IFEs and a tank here. Be interesting to see what happens when the smoke clears though. So we do have 12 minutes left. We do have to get other forces off the map before we end. You're still up. You're still on the go. I'm tempted to give you a target order. Just you've only got 3 grenades left. We've used quite a lot. And you really can't see? Oh, we've put our own smoke out. You still got loads of grenades left. Do you want to keep yobbing them at that hill, please? These guys, I think I'm going to pull back. Again, we'll just get them to... no, actually, just get you to start moving. Moving out of the way. If I quickly throw on my objectives... It's back here. So you might be the first guys we pull out. slightly loath to bump into these guys, because usually when you're wandering and they're standing still, you take casualties, but at the same time, I would very much like to be clear of them before we pull away. Meanwhile, where I don't want to try and put this chap. Maybe just set you in beside his mate. Again, not being super careful with this, like I said, just wanted to kind of first look, have a bit of fun with it before we get too serious about the game. So let's just keep pushing forward. Probably need to be a little bit quicker to make sure this gets done in a reasonable length of the video. But it was quite exciting watching the tanks duke it out. And I do must say, I like the smoke effects. Oh, we've popped a lot of smoke. I'm assuming this is thermal blocking. Wrong. Well, there goes our grenade team. Looks like we didn't pull out quickly enough. But I will accept a few minor casualties there, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to keep rolling it down the line. These guys might inadvertently find the American for us in their retreat. It's, who are these guys just running down the road? That's a headquarters unit. That's got to be a pretty terrifying sight. And got away with one there. Alright, command phase, you are going to keep pulling out. I'll just get you to pull out. I might still use your rounds because you've quite a lot, so we'll get you to come all the way over there. You guys hold where you are until these guys have cleared through to this edge, and likewise for that. I'm not going to draw a line, say, about here. And if there's still one guy roaming around the other side of it, it's not the end of the world. Now, do I have anyone who can target? I was going to say kind of over here-ish. Yeah, just put some fire in that general direction. That's probably going to expose you. You might end up taking an unfortunate tank round, but that's the price I'm willing to pay. Our job here is to stop these guys being able to reinforce a greater battle. Again, if we can put some fire just through the edge of this forest to any of the, infantry guys that are still kicking about. Oh, helicopter sounds interesting. It's not our helicopter. It's not triggered a response from any of our anti-air assets yet. Oh, we've got a positive contact. Some more infantry, a dragon as well. That's going to be a priority target. Good job, machine gun team. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with my orders thus far. Let's just keep rolling. We'll probably get down to about, say, 6 minutes, and then we'll just pull everyone out. So you should hopefully just be lighting up that guy. Oh, I'm still on command phase. I'm really surprised more American armor hasn't turned up. Surely it can't just be 2 tanks they're getting. That's him silenced. Wonder if they were trying to deploy. Where is he? Oh yeah. There you go, he's trying to line up a shot. Probably in that tank, seeing as if he can see him, then the reverse is also true. And the tank said, no, thank you. Guys continue to make a run for it down the road. Continues to go badly for them. Don't know what this is about. Maybe we took out FO at some point. It's almost tempting to go marauding with the BMPs. Sounds like a jet. But I'm not seeing any munitions fall. We're still getting the potential icon here. Oh, I've got these guys a tripwire if we do decide to come that way. Let's just keep rolling forward. We don't need to finesse it too much. I think this might be a really interesting scenario to play from the American perspective, actually, because it looks pretty challenging. Oh, helicopters again. Oh, hello. Where'd that go? Just, not quite sure what that is actually. I wonder if this is a... Ooh, some kind of missile, obviously plane-based. Where is he destined for? Oh, that tank looks pretty exposed. Yeah, I think it's going to have a bad day. Although, it doesn't look that on target, to be perfectly honest. Oh, and it missed. Okay. That was definitely a missile from some air assets, though. And just a harassing artillery continues to do nice work for us. And we continue to throw overwhelming firepower at anyone that pops their head up. Okay, I see no reason to change what we're doing. Do you know, at this stage, if it wasn't for the fact... Oh, hello. I was to say, if it wasn't for the fact we had to retreat everyone off the end, I'd be tempted to kind of go marauding forward with some... yeah, maybe even some of the BMPs. Right, we finally found the last... I think it's just one guy. Oh, and it's our man-pad has made the spot, actually. Not these infantry guys here. And he missed. Okay, at least we know where they are. We can send a few people to mop them up. Oh. So this, hey! Obviously there's no sprite or anything. This is also what happens when your anti-air assets spot. So we've got our Shilka, which I'll have a look at first. With his quad. Nice. 23 mil. And then our man-pad's getting to work. So man-pad, not a term I was familiar with actually before this, so it's man, portable, anti-air, I'm going to assume device, because I can't remember what the D stands for. So this is an Igla, Sam. Off he goes. So I'll have to assume that's enough to keep them off our backs. I can still hear the helicopter buzzing around. Okay, I'll see if you guys can't finish this chap off. If you see that, just to be. I mean, you are super close. Ah, it's because he's on the rise. Interesting. Ah, we'll go for it. We'll probably take casualty. But I've not been playing too careful thus far, so why worry about it now? Let's go. I mean, I think we're just going to start pulling out. Get our guys loaded up onto whatever IFEs are left, although I think a fair number of them are going to be walking back. Let's see how this guy's actually doing for ammo. Oh, still a reasonable number. Well, actually, not that many, but enough. Ooh, close one. Oh, let's get another air missile. Okay. So let's jump back and see actually what happened there. So we got the spot. Oh, did it turn out to be two people? Oh no, he was one of ours. Ah, come on guys, don't curl up. It's only one American. Here he is. Again, it's our SAM troop having a go at him. What might be a thing to do actually is just to pull these guys back, seeing as they've got the SVD, and stick them in this position and say, if he's got sight, so will you. Yeah, I'll do that rather than keep them hunting forward. Okay. So let's just kind of bring you around this way. See if you can't get eyes. You might get shot at as well, but we'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, let's start pulling off some of our assets. Your guys don't have an IFE anymore, so you're going to have to extract yourselves. That's not quite far enough. There we go. Who else should we pull off? Well, you can actually get in your IFE. Congratulations, you can get in your IFE. I should say IFV, I keep saying IFE. And use pop. You're in a good position just to pull back. You are walking, I'm afraid, mate. As are you. Because your vehicle got destroyed. Luckily you survived though, so it's not all doom and gloom. Alright, call that good enough. Start pulling some people back. And then we can pull our rest of our guys back afterwards. Oh. Ooh. Looked like I wonder if that was a man device. No, coming from the air there. Hit wheels. Oh, we are actually immobilized. Okay. Take that. Well, give them that, I suppose, not take that. But all in all, I think it's going to be a pretty successful little outing. Oh, looks like some more air assets coming in. Oh, and that actually took out a tank. All right, so they're not done with us yet. This is maybe where they get to turn the tables a little bit. But like I said, I think we'll just get out of dodge with most of our forces. you are going to, well, that tank's going to stay and cover this, which is always nice. So what, I'm going to find and plot some of these routes out without doing it to you on camera, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, and so I've realised the reason my SAMs have stopped being effective is because they only were carrying one missile. All their spare missiles are on their IFV they turn up with. So yeah, in future you need to make sure they are operating better in tandem. Let's start to pull out everything we can. We will leave our Shilka in place. So it's going to be three tanks, 4 tanks I think might have lost altogether. So it might be not that far away, or closer I should say, in terms of point scoring at the end of this. Comes a chopper again. Oh! Come on, Shilka. I guess maybe this is the interesting part of the scenario where they flip it at the end. There we go. Bit late. We've only taken out our BMP. Okay, so you're stuck at the front. These guys need to now get out of dodge. Not being very sophisticated about this at all, but that'll be fine. In fact, I might tell you, do I have a time? Nah, I don't have time. It's fine. Just pull back. Go, go. So it's going to be less tanks than I hope for that are going to come out of this. Hey, aircraft destroyed. Nice. That's good to see. Hear it crashing down somewhere. So I did spread out my surface to missile guys to give better coverage, but I might be better just keeping them in the back next to their vehicle, so we could readily reload. Alright, very good. We're just going to keep going. These guys are all getting off. It's these kind of guys that are panicked are definitely going to get left behind. Everyone else should make it okay away. Away okay. Let's maybe just skip through this. We can always go back if anything interesting occurs. Back into command phase. Are you just not quite forward enough? Ah, there you go. And I think it's time for you to pull out as well. And why not? We'll get our Shilka to pull out. We'll leave a lone immobilized T-80 holding the line. Last minute. Still haven't got any more spots on the American side of things, so they needed to get their troops to the exit point, which doesn't look like they've got very much there. That's how we get these machine gunners off. Good. And that'll be it for this scenario. Done. Not done? Oh. Not expecting that. Just gonna skip through this extra time. There we go. Draw. Ah, well, fair enough. Not surprised given the somewhat slapdash view we took to that. Like I say, it was just a first look in a first play round. So they failed their objectives. They destroyed 1,861 points, whereas we destroyed a good number of infantry, a good number of the M1 tanks, not enough trucks apparently. So all in all, we lost 25 men, 2 tanks, 5 armoured vehicles, so that's quite bad actually. And we inflicted 2 tanks lost, 120 odd casualties, 130 casualties, 6 trucks and an aircraft. So they did, there was a few of them left at the end. Although all the guys that stayed left on the map, they don't get, they essentially count as being destroyed. So I know we stop getting to the end zone, counts as a win for us. It was mainly lots of infantry stuck on this open road. Our one lone T-80. Anyway, that has been a bit of fun. Like I said, not taking this one too seriously. Just getting out and having a look, see what plays with out the box. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you are as excited for the kind of this Cold War update as I am. As for the plan going forward, like I said, I'm going to keep the Scottish Corridor World War II stuff being as the main playthrough on the channel, but I would like to maybe dedicate one video a week to some of the more modern conflicts, and probably start jumping into another one with Cold War battles, but we'll take it slower. We'll be a bit more thoughtful about what we're doing, and see if we can't pull out a bit better victory. But as ever, I hope you have enjoyed this, and I will catch you in the next one.